The Oval, Season 4.
Good evening and welcome to a brand new season of The Oval. Plenty of things have happened during our break and we are more eager than ever to dig into new hot topics. In today's episode, we will be discussing the Supreme Court nominee, Brett Kavanugh, facing multiple allegations of sexual assault. Nike's recent ad campaign featuring Colin Kaepernick and Rihanna being appointed the ambassador of Barbados. So let's get into it. First and foremost, I want to welcome a new host, Imani.
Hey.
Because unfortunately, our Ruth left us.
We love you, Ruth.
We will miss her.
We miss you, Ruth.
We miss you.
Yes, we miss you. But let's get right into it with Brett Kavanugh. He's a Supreme Court nominee, and he was accused of sexual assault by Kristen Ford. The accuser said this happened 36 years ago. So time after time, we talk about sexual assault and how women should be given the benefit of the doubt no matter the time in between that they, that has passed in between the assault when they claimed it happened and when they report it. But a lot of people really said 36 years, that's a long time. And that's kind of like the take that Kavanugh and his people are really pushing. They're like, 36 years ago, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy, but at the same time, you can't really expect someone just to come out outright and say, this happened to me. There's a lot of things that go into it, a lot of shame. So you can't sit there and immediately say, this happened to me and I could do. No, don't shame her for taking this long. It takes a process. It's a process to rid things like that out of your body. So, he should be convicted regardless of
not convicted, because there has to be a fair trial.
Yeah, when I think about it, I kind of go back to Bill Cosby and how those string of allegations, started from one that happened, decades prior, and then slowly more and more people started saying, this is what happened. And because of that initial first few women who said, this is what happened to me, and more and more came out, it's kind of like there was more and more proof that proved that what Bill Cosby did kind of was
it solidified.
It solidified it. Yeah. In this case, we have this allegation, and actually we have a second one that came out also recently, and so I think we have to just kind of carefully look at this. I guess we can say we could give these women the benefit of the doubt, but we also have to kind of like step back and say 36 years maybe too long.
Yeah.
I think whether it happened 100 years ago or yesterday, it still happened, and I don't think that's something, despite the amount of time that has passed since it happened, I don't think it's something that should just be swept under the rug.
No, I completely agree with you.
I think we should definitely.
But it's just, it's very difficult. It's a very difficult situation because there may not be evidence that comes up in her and supports her claims, and that's what really gets me, that if this happened, nothing can be done about it if there's no evidence.
But can't you cross-reference dates and times?
Yeah, and that's another thing. He said that he had a calendar from the 1980s to this day, and I'm not buying it because, first of all, you don't put every single thing that you've ever done, including go to a
college party.
Yeah, college party
or a high school party. You don't put that in your calendar. He said he had meetings with his family and played basketball, but
it does sound outlandish, but it could be possible.
It could be. No,
I like that. Bottom line, if he really did do that, people should not be people should be able to speak out. And she's a professor. That's really immensely hard and traumatizing for her to do. If he really did it, he should be held accountable. But 36 years, maybe too long.
Yeah.
But still, it's a very tricky situation because it's hard for her to come through with it. That's a very traumatizing thing to relive.
The most important part which is happening is that she's given the spotlight, the platform to testify, to share her experiences, and I really, really think that's the most important part that we can take away from all of this.
100%.
We have to take a quick break, but we will be right back.
So you know the rules. I'm going to give you a topic and you're going to tell me if it's overrated or underrated.
Okay.
So viral dance moves, like the dab, the shoe.
The shooting.
I think that's overrated.
No, it depends.
Know.
It depends. That flossing thing, kids are weird when they're flossing, and you see little kids going through like everywhere. I mean, kids in Walmart literally just flossing. It's like, you look ridiculous.
Yeah.
Go with your mom and do. Flossing is that stupid thing, and it's like
Yeah,
fun
it's
if
like-
you're doing it once in a while. But like shoot is fun, and it's like good with certain songs. So
No, I know people who used to like dab and stuff. I'm just like, stop.
dabbing,
That's
no,
cringing.
dabbing
That's,
died.
no,
As
yeah.
long as it stays dead, it's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's good enough.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Overrated or underrated?
Oh,
I don't know. It's got a lot of sugar in it. I
yeah,
think a lot
no,
of
it's overrated for the sugar. I like Diet
Yeah.
Pepsi. Diet Pepsi's good.
diet is all right. Diet, I would say, is underrated because a lot of people
Yeah,
give it
nobody
a bad
likes the
rep.
diet. Everybody's like, oh, the diet tastes different. It
Yeah.
tastes okay after you get used to it.
Yeah.
My mom's like, don't drink diet drinks,
Yes.
please. Anything you do, just don't do that. I'm like, I'm
I love
fine.
the accent. you got.
Yeah, no, it's definitely like that. Yeah.
I've never had Tino's, so I would say Sal's.
Thank you. I'm glad you said Sal's because I love Sal's too. Tino's
What's wrong with
pizza,
Tino's?
I just don't like that cold cheese. Don't put cold cheese on my pizza.
Ooh.
Just don't do it.
Never had that
I'm
before.
from New York City. We don't do that. What is?
Yeah.
You're wasting cheese. Like, no. I'd rather burn the roof of my mouth, learn the lesson I should have never bitten to the hot pizza slice, and that's
Oh
it.
my God.
That's it. Don't try to
I
do
guess I won't have
something you can't.
Tino's.
No.
Guess I won't have it.
No.
They do have better chicken.
I can't believe I never had Tino's.
We're getting into Nike's recent ad campaign featuring Colin Kaepernick, and this has really taken social media by storm with
Yeah.
people burning, cutting,
Oh, yeah.
disposing of all of their Nike apparel because they're so mad that Nike endorsed this kind of image, but like
Why is
Nike's genius. That's great marketing. Their sales have gone up
Honestly,
exponentially. I
Yeah.
mean,
honestly.
it never went down. It only went up, and then their counter, the best counter I've ever seen. They had the same shoes that he burnt in the colorway. Like it went from black to like amber to yellow.
they
And it
know
was just like,
controversy sells. Yeah.
controversy
That's-
does sell.
It always
That's
yeah.
the best
Doesn't
clapback.
maybe if they agree with him or not, they're still gonna go along with it because they have like so many people in their marketing team. Like they know exactly how to get like their names in everyone's mouth in America. That's genius.
That's one of the things that, like, for me, it's kind of like a bittersweet thing because I'm like, I'm so happy that they did it.
Yeah.
But the motives behind it, it's always like they're not
It's
genuine.
corporatized, 100%.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like that goes into like commodifying blackness and just selling what you don't believe in, but
Yeah.
just because people will.
It's kind of like on the same hand, like during June, during Pride Month, people will, a lot of companies will like have the rainbow flag and like do a bunch of things for all of that. But then as soon as July 1st hits around, it's like all gone.
No, yeah.
And so I think it's kind of like in a similar concept where it's like very commercialized, very kind of, I don't want to say extorting, but extorting's like the
No, it's like exploit. Exactly.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
it's
kind of
exploiting.
like
You're
selling it,
exploiting.
selling it on a little bit,
Yeah.
At the same time, if no other company did that for him, who really would? Because now he has now.
Yeah, he was
now it's
blackballed from the
now
NFL.
now
He
it's like
was.
really a real driving force because before
Yeah.
everyone was push him in the back. And the thing that I really like about Colin Kaepernick, he never gave up from the day that he started to the day that he is right now. He did not give two.
Yeah.
He's stuck with it because there's
Absolutely.
so many movements and so many things that we're hyped for, yay, and then something comes in the media and then we totally forget about it.
Yeah.
He lost everything and still I'm still doing this.
Yeah.
So big ups to Colin Kaepernick. If you watch this, please.
Yeah.
I think the irony behind it all is I think the feedback we're getting from people who are so against it because initially they were down his throat because he was using his right to protest, and now here they are using their right to protest by burning their Nike stuff.
Yeah, like people have the right.
Exactly.
If they
And
want
I
to
think
burn
bottom
their
line
clothes,
is
I mean,
exactly.
go for it.
Go
but he
for it.
didn't
It
do
doesn't make
anything
sense.
wrong.
Exactly.
I mean, he didn't really do anything wrong. Yeah, he peacefully did it. If people want to burn their clothes, I mean,
You still pay for it.
Right.
Yeah.
Nike's
I feel
smiling at them
you
because
know,
they still gave the
purchase-
corporation
Exactly.
money. Like it's a corporation at the end of the day. Who knows what their motives might be?
Right.
And attention's making money. Like bottom line,
Yeah.
people in so many ways that people aren't even acknowledging.
Yeah.
It's making money.
And
Yeah.
one
And
more
spreading a
thing
message.
to add
100%. They're
with
beating
the
Adidas.
people that are against the campaign advertisement and everything is that they weren't boycotting Nike when they knew that children were being abused in their sweatshops, and you know, people were not getting enough, like their salaries were so low that they couldn't even live on them. You know, like these conditions that people worked in were not good conditions, but nobody really cared about that.
At all.
Of course
It's
not.
more
No,
convenient.
because it didn't affect them.
Yep.
It's only, you know, like, oh, here in America,
Yeah.
this is what, you know, is getting to us.
But on the brighter side of it, have you guys seen the memes generated from some of the from this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
memes
Really?
and the
No,
tweets
I
too.
haven't
Can you
Like,
give us a couple
wait,
good
what-
ones? Like, memes is the new science, honestly.
All right, okay. So they did one for Mike Tyson, and every word they kept
the TH?
Yeah, they added a TH for every word
or
in there. That one was
That's very important now.
Yeah.
Memes is a part of mass
Me-
media.
It
no,
is.
honestly, I
We
feel like
we need
memes,
to take advantage.
memes, I don't like, I don't register memes as often as everyone else does. I don't know why. I guess I don't go on Twitter or Facebook at the right time.
Yeah.
sometimes you might have
they're
to like,
around.
suspend like your reality for a second and put yourself
and be able to
in-
laugh at stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think the funniest one I saw was with Floyd Mayweather, because apparently, you know, he can't read and stuff.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it was just his face and then a bunch of
Yeah, a
letters
bunch of-
jumbled
a
up,
bunch
and
of jumbled up
I couldn't
words.
stop
The
laughing.
memes are always lurking, no matter you like it or not. They're always
Yeah.
gonna be there.
No, yeah.
I think
but-
that makes light of the situation, whether
Yeah.
or not, you know, agree or disagree.
yeah.
or-
Yeah.
Bottom
get-
line, Nike's still laughing to the bank. So
And
The
kudos
message.
to
Is that good or
Colin
bad?
Kaepernick, because he
Yep.
just got put in the spotlight once again, and that's what, as he should.
Right.
So we have to take another quick break, but stay tuned because we will be right back.
That was it.
In cooperation with
We're gonna do it.
All right. Girl.
Sorry.
Girl. Come on.
Right there.
That's, oh, okay.
Right there. Okay.
Would you rather have a Pokemon be real or superheroes be real?
Superheroes.
I'm picking a Pokemon! Yo! Okay, I'm picking a Pokemon because I always wanted a Pikachu. Like, you don't understand what it would be like to just have something so cute and just get so mad and just jack things up from you. Like, you don't have to fight anybody. You don't have to do anything. The Pokemon will literally do it for you. And I just want to know what goes on in the Pokeball, too. So I just have to get a Pokemon. I'm sorry.
I say superheroes. Because I just want to fly, you know, like that'll be so cool. I want to teleport. I want to run fast. Like that'll just be so lit if that was real.
Pokemon
Like
do that?
Pokemon don't do that. Like you
Yeah,
could be
they
Superman,
do.
you could be Iron Man, you could be Spider-Man, all in one. Like that'd be so cool. It's better.
Netflix, Amazon Prime, or Hulu?
Hulu.
One gotta go.
Hulu's gone.
Amazon kind of got everything right now. The Netflix got all the originals. I'm gonna go with Netflix.
I've never used Hulu though, so like I guess I'm more.
Oh wait, sorry.
So you have to get rid of one of them.
Oh, Hulu has to go.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, sweet.
Absolutely. Yeah, but it got commercials.
I've never used it though,
They're
so
all
that's
commercials.
Netflix and Amazon I love. So
Nobody got time for commercials.
you're right.
Okay. So Uno, like the game, card game Uno.
Okay, don't hate me. I don't know how to play Uno.
You know how to play Uno?
I don't know how to
I
play
love
Uno.
Uno.
So to me,
it gets
overrated.
heated with my friends.
It's overrated. Like I
It
watch
gets
people
heated.
play and I'm like, I'm uninterested and I tune out.
Really, you got to play it. We can play it together.
Is it overrated or underrated?
Underrated. I love Halloween. Halloween's great.
Oh, it's. I'm gonna sound
No?
a little. Yeah, just random kids show up to your door. Hey, give me food. No, I don't like. I don't
I
hate
just like the
Halloween.
decorations
It's
and like the dressing up aspect. Because it's
Yeah.
cool, it's funky, you know?
alright. Yeah, it's all right. Halloween's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Especially when you're a kid. When you get old, you gotta buy candy and all that. It's a little annoying, but it's all right. It's pretty cool.
Welcome back. So Rihanna has been appointed ambassador of Barbados, and that's super exciting because she's somebody who has been working, like she does not stop.
She doesn't.
She doesn't at all.
I think what's amazing about this is that, you know, there's so many, especially nowadays, there's so many celebrities who are using their platform to express ideas that maybe, you know, not too many people agree with, or they're making a bad name for themselves. And on the other hand, you have people like her who are using their platforms to do good in the world. And, you know, I know she's, her duty, if you will, is to promote tourism and education and, you know, investments within the country. So it's good because she's embracing her culture.
Yeah. She's always somebody who has, and I've always like really appreciated and respected that, because she's so true to her roots.
Right.
And like with her music and just like what she stands for, I've like always loved that. And like you said, she's a celebrity who's taking advantage of that spotlight and that platform and really doing something that can change lives.
Yeah. She's, you know, really kicking it with the entrepreneurial businesses.
Yeah.
She's got Fenty Beauty, Fenty, the furniture line, Fenty Furniture.
Wait, she has
And
furniture now?
She's coming up with
I
furniture.
didn't
She's
know
coming
that.
out with
I'm like,
lingerie.
Oh,
and
yeah.
so
She
this
already
is kind
has
of
the
like,
lingerie.
And
she already has the
She
lingerie.
did an interview. She was
Yeah.
like she's made she wants everyone to feel beautiful.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's the thing. Some people they only advertise for a certain aesthetic, and this is for everybody.
Yeah.
So this is inclusion. This is what the world needs. This is what the world needs. Like that's love. That's love for your fans. Love for your fans is just not like signing a card and giving. Love is like sharing what you feel, sharing your ideals with your fans, and having them feel the same way that you feel. So she's doing a really, really good job. Like big ups to her.
Yeah.
And also with the tourism, promoting tourism. Now you have a face to the tourism like spotlight. So now there's going to be more tourism and bringing more money into the country of Barbados. So I mean, big ups to her.
God
Yeah.
bless Rihanna and all of her endeavors, but where's the music? Aunties came out almost 3 years ago. That was a great album.
It was
look,
a
I mean,
great
she
album.
I
makes
want her
up,
to
though.
drop a new
It makes-
album.
It makes
I mean,
up.
doing
It
other
makes up.
things.
No,
Yeah,
a lot of
it
people
does.
took a lot of time to
Auntie
like.
came out January 29, 2016.
That was 3 years ago?
Well,
2 years
coming up on 3 years.
Well,
Yeah, bro,
a lot
that's
of
going
people
fast.
take time to make music. I mean, that's fair.
Right, and
Rihanna's
like
Oh
you
no,
said-
totally. I'm just
and
saying,
Rihanna's
like, I'm
doing
excited.
a lot. Like we said, Rihanna's doing a lot
For
right
her
now.
next
Where it's
album.
like, I think it's kind of justifiable if she doesn't release music.
I think she's also like leading other celebrities in her path. I mean, before her, a few years ago, we had Akon even, who, you know, this was kind of under the covers. Not a lot of people knew about this, but he had this initiative to, you know, spread electricity throughout. I don't remember what country, but it was in Africa, and he spread electricity with his, you know, program, if you will.
A lot of people didn't cover it.
Yeah,
no,
not at all,
outlets
not
didn't
at all,
cover it
not
at
at
all.
all. But it supplied electricity to like 600 million people, something crazy like that, and you don't see a lot of people talking about how much or how many lives he's changed.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
I think people like them are kind of leading others or can lead others, you know, in their direction and get the ball rolling.
No, I think
Yeah,
it's a great
absolutely.
thing that she's been doing all of that, and we're gonna take another short break. Our entertainment hosts will be joining us, so don't go anywhere.
Chips.
Ooh, what kind of
I'm not a chips person. It depends. Jalapeno
Really?
chips, that's like the key to my heart. But Doritos, overrated. They're nasty. They smell nasty.
Really?
They're horrible.
I like the red ones, not.
No,
I
they
like
all
the
are
other
horrible. They all
flavors.
smell. They're all terrible.
Really? Wow.
Purple bag's really good.
Yeah,
Purple
they-
bag. That's the one exception. I swear.
new
Those are good.
flavors.
Yeah, I mean most flavors are terrible. Terrible.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Patrick. I relate more with Patrick.
I go Sponge. I'm gonna go with SpongeBob. Yeah, I think Patrick is like too like. There's nothing in here. Like if I had to go on a date with SpongeBob or Patrick,
We're dating them now?
Yeah, I'd have to. Like I feel like SpongeBob would entertain me more. You know, Patrick. Exactly. Patrick would just sit there. So you're dating a brainless star.
He'd be a good cuddle buddy. No? Okay.
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob. We agree on something.
I think I like SpongeBob the best because he's just a fool. Like literally, SpongeBob gets himself in the worst predicaments. I'm like, how do you work at how are you a fry cook and you make this salary, the same salary, and you live in a pineapple? How can you afford to live in a pineapple working at the Krusty Krab? The Krusty Krab. How? Just how?
Horoscopes, is it underrated or overrated?
Nah, that's like the Geminis and all that.
Yeah, that's all of that.
Because those are really designed to be like general things that sort of anyone can identify
And
with.
it's always like the same thing. Like if it's
exactly.
printed in a newspaper, it's like the same thing worded a little differently for every of those.
Yeah.
That being said, it's overrated. That being said, I'm a Capricorn, so I know what I am at least.
We are here with our new entertainment hosts, Brooke and Danny, bringing us our Monday Tea special.
Spill it. Come on.
All right, y'all. So apparently, A1 Bentley, he is a producer that has worked with Chris Brown and also made the famous song that we all know, The Grass Ain't Greener.
Okay.
And also Party by Chris Brown.
Oh, yeah, I love that
He
song.
produced that. Is working on a new single called Toot That Whoa coming out. And they actually are shooting a music video in the city. And I got to speak with the videographer that I'm good friends with. He works at World Star Hip Hop.
Oh,
For those who don't know, World Star Hip Hop is a major distributor where they will have your video, and I'm telling you, anybody and everybody will see it. However, they're having open auditions, and I was like, well, I don't know what anybody's doing.
why are you still here? You should just
But if you want to go,
Open
you should
auditions
come.
when?
Open auditions will be next week in the city at a hidden location. I should find out more information later on next week.
Like, what am I doing for
Like
the video?
anybody, it could be a model just standing there, from standbys to people dancing to cute girls.
I'll be a model.
Are you gonna go down to the city for this?
I think so.
Well,
I want to.
I will
As
go.
you should.
I'm a cute guy.
What do you think about Heartbreak on a Full Moon, though? Some people said it was 45 songs
Okay,
loaded.
I
I mean,
feel
like,
like-
as a Chris Brown fan, what do
I
you think?
feel like if we were gonna go back into like the 80s and the 90s, like people used to do those double-sided tracks.
Yeah, but
But
RCA did do that because that helped him in terms of chart methodology with streams, because 45 songs, 1,500 streams is an album, like they played it because they had a great chart position.
Right.
Like, what do you think, though? Was the content suffering?
I feel like me personally, I would never drop a track with 45.
45. I mean,
Have
that's
a
It's just too.
drag.
It's
Yes.
just.
It's
It's
kind
just.
of a
drag.
It's just. It's just
way
much.
too
You can
bloated.
split
much.
that
I
up
can
into like
see-
3 albums.
That's like audio diarrhea. You
And I
can't go
would have
too
done
hard
what
with
Terrell
that.
has
Come on,
said.
that's too
3
much.
albums. You know why we would have done 3
Why?
albums? Because then that way I could have done different things. I
Exactly,
wouldn't have to give you
different themes.
everything at one time.
That's
Because
true.
now,
That's
what am I
true.
supposed to do for the next 2 years or the next year?
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
what am I
You
going to be
spend-
able to give myself?
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
you have those 3 albums, so in between you could do it like a little movie or a little TV show right here. So you
100%.
have space, you have time and space
Right.
to get into the industry and move around.
And do a tour.
He's a
in
great
between.
singer. He could have spread it out for like a
So
year or
you
two in
guys
terms
think
of
it was too
marketing.
much?
Just a
I
little
think
much.
that, I mean, like, I should go back and listen to it more because maybe there are more gems, but I just think 45 is like, you could split that into 4 albums.
You
That's
can.
true.
You can. But speaking of albums, didn't Drake's album turn 5 years old today?
Yes,
Which
nothing was
which
the
one?
same.
Wait, Thank Me
Nothing was the
Later
same?
is
Yes.
8 years old.
Yes.
Oh,
Thank Me Later's 8 years old.
oh, you're right.
Wow.
September
Nothing
24th,
was-
2013. Nothing was the
But
same.
nothing
came
was
out.
the same as
Was-
5 years old.
Yes.
right?
What you guys think? People said that was the end of like real classic era Drake, because like 2010 to
I agree with
2013.
that.
I'm
Do you
not gonna
agree or
lie.
disagree with
I'm
that
not gonna
statement?
lie.
I definitely agree with that.
Nothing
because-
was the same. They say no.
Nothing was
He
the
was still put out great albums, but they said that was the end of like his
Classic
first classic
Drake.
era.
Yeah.
Because
I
his
think-
sound
Do you
isn't
agree?
there anymore.
It's a
Right.
different
It's
sound.
not
You think that?
there
You think so?
anymore.
But he's still with 40. He's still with 40.
He's still with 40, but you have to think about it. That's the old Drake, and everybody likes that vibe. You know what I'm saying?
know.
Like his new album right now, I don't feel that same vibe.
But he's
anymore.
31. He's
Whoa,
a father. Stuff
alright.
changes.
So
I mean, I
let me
know.
defend my man. Oh,
Please.
No, sorry, I think
Defend Aubrey, come on.
I think
Aubrey
everybody,
Graham.
like everybody across the board, feels that there's
Mm-hmm.
two completely different Drakes between then and now. I mean, even
the
my
grass is
dad was
bold,
like, tell him to put the singing away. He's like, stick to rapping.
You don't like it?
My dad,
He's a-
who's like
I like
50
it.
years
It's
old,
cute.
was even he was like,
Look,
enough.
there's a difference between old Drake
Stop.
and new Drake. Remember when old Drake was always influenced by Young Money. Everybody who
Trey
was a part,
Songz,
Yeah,
Trey,
right.
so
Jeremiah.
he was always influenced by them. And remember, he's getting older. He was hungry back then. That was hungry Drake. Now Drake, he's affluent.
comfortable. Yeah,
he's
he's
got
I mean,
things.
bro, he was under. I mean, I love Drake, but he was on Degrassi. He
Right,
wasn't
but how
like on the
much
street.
money do you really
Oh,
make from
yeah,
Degrassi?
I feel like
I
Degrassi
love
didn't do much
Degrassi.
for
And his
him.
new I'm Upset video was a fantastic
Yes,
theme.
that
But,
was
like,
amazing.
but it wasn't like he was a struggling street
I mean,
artist who then
I mean,
became
we-
like he had some connections.
That was amazing.
I wouldn't say that just because you're making money on one show doesn't mean he doesn't have a family to feed. People are
Right.
sick in his family.
Absolutely.
He even
People mooching
openly
off of him.
talks about this.
Yeah.
And
That's
it's
also
like
true.
He is a very
it's like-
talented
And a lot of
artist.
things
He
he put in
is
the music.
talented, and you know what?
Never
I
doubted
mean, granted,
that.
he started out as an actor, but some people have to have a platform so they can make that money, so they can do something that makes them happy.
Right.
You're right.
I feel like he was more so happy doing music because even on the show, Jimmy, the character, was doing music. There was an episode when Ashley and Jimmy got into it because Ashley took out Drake's part, the verse on the song, and sent it to the label, and the label wanted to sign her and not
On
Drake.
Degrassi?
Yeah.
Oh,
This is a real
boy.
episode. Go watch
Do you
it.
think Drake regrets his Degrassi days, or he embraces it?
Embraces it.
it because
Definitely.
all
I
the
think
friends
I'm
that liked
sorry.
her.
So yeah, you're right.
I think that was a foot in the door, right? That is all the time we have tonight. Thank you all so much for watching. Tune in next week for a brand new episode, and don't forget to follow us on Instagram at TheOvalTV and The Wire at WireTV73. Have a good night.